Well, hey church family, Pastor Josh here, and want to take a few minutes and give you a quick update on our plans for reopening as a church. For as many of you know, phase one has already begun in the state of Virginia, which permits churches to gather in some capacity. And so many of you have been asking, and no doubt perhaps many others of you have been wondering, okay, what is the plan for our church? What's the plan for our local body at Vertical? And that's a great question. And that is one that we have been praying through and wrestling with as an elder team. And just so you know, I don't think there is anybody who wants to get back to normal worship gatherings more than I do and we do as your pastors. We miss you and we long to be with you. However, at the same time, we want to be reasonable and we want to give ourselves enough space to plan and prepare so that we can not only operate legally during this time, but also operate in a way that is loving towards you and your family. And so here's the plan. For the next 2 weeks, we are going to continue with our online teaching content and the worship guide that accompanies that also has worship songs and kids activities. And for those of you who feel comfortable with it, we would encourage you to maybe invite another couple from the church over, another family over to your house, and right there from the living room, sing together and listen to God's word together, discuss the questions together, and pray together. And pray also for us as we continue to navigate these uncharted waters. And then starting in June, we are going to resume in-person gatherings at Salem Baptist Church, which is just about a mile or so up 288. Now, it's our hope and our intention to start gathering again at the school in the future. However, Henrico County is not ready for us to take that step just yet. And so in the meantime, Pastor Zach at Salem Baptist has graciously allowed us to utilize his facility on Saturday afternoons. And I'm so thankful for kingdom-minded brothers and churches like theirs. And so starting on June 6th, that Saturday at 4:30 p.m., we are going to hold our first in-person church gathering. However, in order to abide by the guidelines and in order to create a safe environment, things are going to look a little bit different than they normally do. And so here are some things that you should expect. Number one, expect a family-style worship service. For there will be no separate children's ministry that's going on during this phase of reentry, but all the kids are going to be present with us. And I realize that might totally freak some parents out, and you might be thinking, man, I don't know if I can pull that off. But let me just encourage you in this way. We're a family. And so if things are a little bit loud or the kids are squirming around their seats, that's okay. That's more than okay. And it's never been our intention to have just these perfect performance services where there's no distractions. Our intention has always been to be a gathering of God's family around our common love of God's Son. And so we welcome the crazy toddlers and the vocal infants to participate along with us. And in order to make that a little bit easier for parents, Anna, our children's director, is putting together some busy bags that are going to help keep the kids entertained if you so choose to utilize that. And we're going to be limiting our services to about an hour or less. That hopefully will help with that as well. And then secondly, I think we should all probably expect a smaller service. For no doubt, there are people within our faith family who do not yet feel comfortable moving forward to an in-person service. And if that's you, I want you to know that's okay. And we recognize that there are people who are all over the map in terms of their convictions about this situation and the best next step forward. And we also realize that there are people within our faith family who are at higher risk than others. And so we want to extend a lot of grace as we move back into in-person services. But if it is helpful, the third thing I think you should expect is a safe service. Now, obviously, we can't guarantee immunity or a completely sterile environment, but we are doing everything we can within reason to create a safe environment for you and your family. And so there's going to be, hand sanitizing stations, and there's going to be social distancing taking place, and we're going to provide masks for those who wish to wear them and maybe don't own a mask, and we're going to try and limit all person-to-person contact, which admittedly is going to be hard for people like me who's a hugger, but I guess we're going to have to stick with the air fist pounds and high fives for at least this time. But fourthly, and perhaps most importantly, you should continue to expect a gospel-centered, Jesus-exalting service. For a while, the coronavirus might change our methods, and these government regulations might change the way we go about things. One thing it does not change in the least bit is our unwavering commitment to the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so when we gather together, like always, we are going to sing to Jesus together, and we're going to talk to Jesus through prayer, and we're going to proclaim Jesus and Him crucified through His Word, and we are going to even remember Jesus through communion in prepackaged and phase 1 approved ways. And I'll be honest, I can't wait till we can be back together and we can do just that. And so here's what I need you to do for me. If you plan on attending our first in-person service on Saturday, June the 6th at 4:30 p.m., I need you to RSVP using that little link that is on our website and probably sent to you via email, and let us know how many of your family is coming. That way we can plan accordingly and ensure that we stay within that 50% capacity guideline. And so if you plan on coming, please click that link and let us know. But until then, church, know that I love you, I'm praying for you, and I look forward to opening up God's Word with you online this Sunday. Blessings.